Well, joining us now for more perspective on the debt ceiling is business and financial expert Ted Jenkins. Ted, thanks for joining us. Happy Friday afternoon.
Yeah. Happy Friday.
Yeah, so just to be clear, neither you nor I nor anyone else has any sort of idea what a default would mean, right? Like it hasn't happened in our lifetime. We don't know what the ramifications are. So I just kind of want to put that out on the table. I think you would agree with that, right? At this point, it's just trying to figure out, well, what might happen? Are you worried as we get closer to this that stock markets around the world start to take notice that there's not yet a deal?
Well, you're absolutely right. Since 1960, Congress has acted 78 times to raise the debt ceiling. That's just in the last 63 years. And the debt ceiling has only been around since 1939. And yes, if we had a default here on June 1st, I think it would be catastrophic. We would see a big sell-off in the Treasury market. And late next week, if the rhetoric turns negative, I think we'll see some big red numbers in the stock market. That would be followed by interest rates climbing on credit cards and on mortgages. We'll see higher unemployment, probably tailspin into a recession. But of course, there are millions of Americans that rely on Social Security paychecks and our military on federal paychecks that all would be affected.
Yeah, you talk to folks who say, if, and that is a very big if, I want to make it clear, that there's a default. At the end of the day, the government could still pay its debts, right? So maybe there wouldn't be a technical default, but it's the other things around the government. Employees at Department XYZ, whatever it might be, or checks of some kind might not go out. Is that sort of where the immediate worry may or may not be?
I mean, we could pay them for a short period of time, but this really challenges this statement of the full faith and obligation of the U.S. government. Americans need to understand that gold has not backed the dollar since 1973. So you have to ask yourself, what is the value of the dollar in your pocket going to be? Now, depending upon how you interpret the Constitution, it says under the 14th Amendment, the Treasury might have the authority to mint a coin of any denomination. Think about having a 3D printer and printing a $1 trillion coin. This goes all the way back to the war with the North and South, but time will tell if that constitutionally would uphold itself if we went to a default.
Ted, I'll tell you what I found interesting at about like 1 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever it was here on the East Coast, when there were these reports that there was a pause and we confirmed it and everyone else confirmed it, the market immediately sold off. And I said to my reporters, to my producers, we got to watch this because maybe there'll be some selling into the bell, some worry at 4 o'clock heading into the weekend, blah, blah, blah. There was none, which means the market kind of just sort of like brushed it off to the side. Is there really any sort of worry, actual real worry, that at the end of the day, this doesn't get done? Market might be saying that.
I mean, it's never happened before. Like I said, I think if the rhetoric gets bad next week, we could see a tailspin towards the end going into Memorial Day weekend. But look, this is like having a married couple at home that maxed out their credit card and you've got one spender and you've got one saver and they just don't want to agree on the way to fix their overall budget. That's what we have happening in Washington right now.
All right, Ted Jenkin, thank you for your insight, sir. Appreciate it. Have a nice weekend.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.